Everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome here to the channel video. Gonna get that while I talk about this. Before I talk about things, and you always things. No, just kidding. My thoughts and review of season 2 of the TV show Ghost on CBS. Love the show, but let's just get right into it in regards to season 2. First episode of season 2 is called Spies. Sam enlists the ghost to help secure a good review for an overly critical couple staying at the B&B. Also, Ivy tries to interrogate Nigel integrate Nigel into his friend group. Nigel dating. Good first episode regards to heading into the new season. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Obviously, I thoroughly enjoyed the whole season and the series. I love it. But great first start there with Spies. Funny one, too. Alberta's podcast. Sam decides to host a podcast explaining the mysterious surroundings around Alberta's death. Also, Hetty develops an unusual relationship with a broken washing machine. Yeah. What Hetty and Wildflower over there, whatever her actual name is. Wildflower gives her the idea to washing machine to relieve some stress or whatever, or get some satisfaction in a sense. Hetty does that. That was a funny B story, or B plan, I mean. But Sam hosting doing that podcast with that guy we met in the first season, the creepy guy, and to Alberta, had the whole tattoo stuff. But being a little more honest and having this podcast talking about Alberta, he's still a big fan of hers as much as he is a personality. Great second episode there, Alberta's podcast. Episode 3, Jay's friends. Sam becomes alarmed when the ghost suggests Jay's new friends may be part of a cult run by a charismatic leader named Micah. Also, Pete changes his attitude about many things. Yeah, Pete, and happy-go-lucky Pete is an interesting character. Love him to death. He's awesome. And then this whole cult thing that was just interesting, so to speak, reminds me of Boy Meets World cult episode. But they did very well in this episode in regards to both stories there, congruently together as well. Next episode 4, The Tree. Convinces Sam and Jay to try and save the old tree on the woods stone property that the neighbors want to cut down. Kind of like a history lesson about old Sass there. And it was very, I don't know, way educational, but also informational. Very well done. I certainly enjoyed it. Might not be my favorite episode of the season, but doesn't mean it was bad. Halloween 2, The Ghost of Hetty's Past. A seance at Sam and Jay's last-minute Halloween party conjures up a spirit from Hetty's past. Also, Isaac worries Nigel will be turned off by his ghost powers. Yeah, Isaac telling Nigel in regards to his ghost powers can make people fluctuant, stinky, whatever. That was certainly interesting, but yeah, that was funny. Inside thing. And then the main thing being Hetty's husband comes back and then he is sent down. Or as on the TV show we learned, it's called getting sucked off. That was a running joke. If you're not watching the TV show, you're like, why are people talking about this on Twitter? But, it's in the context of the show, Ghost on CBS. You get it. It's funny and awesome in a way, like an in-joke. So good episode there. For Halloween, it did air October 27th of 2022. Baby Bjorn, the next episode 6, Sam meets a Viking ghost at the Farnsbury's house, who is an unexpected connection to Thorfinn, his son, Baby Bjorn. Also, Trevor devises a new method with the ghost to trade favors. Yeah, quote-unquote ghost currency, and who has the most, because Hetty would, because she's been dead the longest, and a ghost longer. And just was rich in her life, cycle in her life. As a ghost, she would have the most value in that regard and money. So, but again, another great episode there. Episode 7, Dumb Deaths. When a television documentary crew comes to Woodstone Manor to shoot an episode of Dumb Deaths, Pete confronts a hard truth about the day he died. Yeah, it was just we all wonder how it happened. We know what happened. Like the question throughout season one is about the characters, the backstory, how they died. Um, some were even like, yeah, some were specifically like, how did they die? We don't know yet. Some of them were obvious. Um, but each one was different. And Trevor's was the most intriguing because Trevor's character is awesome. The actor is really cool. He's a Jaguar fan. He got to be part of their video this year for the schedule release in the NFL on the Jaguars YouTube channel. Eden Asher, I think his name is. Either way, Mr. Asher. But it's here with Dumb Deaths episode 7 of season 2. Be confronting his hard truth about the day he died. Everything being accidental. You know, kid was just too excited to start, and whoop, you know what I mean. So unfortunate with that arrow through the neck. Episode 8, the liquor license. Alberta's expertise from her past comes in handy when Sam and Jay run into some complications during the Woodstone whiskey tasting soiree. Also, Trevor devises another plan. Yeah, see, because her, that character, Roberta, being from the 50s, I think, and that whole alcohol kind of, time of year, not time of year, but century and all that stuff. Yeah. Good episode. Good episode. Next one, episode 9, The Christmas Spirit, Part 1. Jay's sister Bella visits Woodstone Manor and brings along an adoring male friend. Trying to stand the spark of romance between them and the spirit. Yeah. So, yeah, that was interesting. Christmas Spirit, Part 2. Sam and Thorfinn get caught in the crossfire of the scheme Jay's sister Bella and the ghost have conjured up. Goes away. Magic's marriage to Beatrice. Like, how many things. Yeah. I mean, again, good episode. Not too much to say about either of them. I enjoyed them. Could have been a little bit better, but still, fun and enjoyed by all. The perfect assistant, Sam and Jay are thrilled when they find a highly qualified assistant for the B&B. However, their new employee comes with some surprising advantage. Also, Thorfinn tries to connect with his son, Bjorn. Good episode there. The family business, episode 12. Sam gives relationship advice to her and Jay's assistant, Freddie, ignoring Hetty's warning not to get too close to the help, as Hetty would call it, and also has to straight up a romance with the ghost in the vehicle. That was funny too, in regards to that and that back and forth and tomfoolery there. But yeah, I'm good at those relationships. Episode 13, Ghost Hunter. Sam Jay's assistant Freddy purchases a ghost hunting equipment and when suspicious activity leads him to theorize that B&B is haunted. Also, suspicious risks losing that ghost in the car and wants to keep her. Good episode, obviously. Sam and Jay. I really enjoy those characters. The actress who plays Sam, an awesome, great actress. But yeah, good episode there. With the ghost hunter thing, with you say, oh, there might be ghosts here, and does that? Then Thorfinn gets trapped in there along with Wildflower, or whatever her name is actual, I forgot. And then they kind of budding romance there. So that was good story build too, just as any other episode. Episode 14, Trevor's Body. Trevor receives disturbing news about his parents when they come to Woodstone B&B and collect the newly discovered remains. Also, as the ship hits a roadblock, regards to one doesn't want to move in with the other. Again, these are ghosts, Just funny in regards to their state situation. Or at least in that storyline with Isaac and Nigel. In regard to Trevor, we found out in season 1 how he died, and it was actually in a kind of a way. It wasn't what he said was. He's been boasting and wasn't, because he's the youngest ghost, passing away in the 90s, his character, or that character, Trevor, but he is the coolest. He's pantsless, and you're wondering what the heck happened. Then we found out, and now we get some interesting news in regards to his parents about his remains. So it's interesting. I did to remember episode 15. Sam and Jay helped Thorfinn create a perfect first date with Flower's her name. Sorry, I think a wildflower is just Flower. Also, how do you feel slighted by the ghost's new housemate, Nigel? Yeah, there's a little battle there between Nigel and Hetty. Oh, good fun. And Thorfinn and Flower building up that relationship. Love to see it. Love to see it. They're awesome. Episode 16, Isaac's book. Sam struggles to keep Isaac's spirits up after she hits the wall trying to publish biography about him. Although Trevor and Hetty conspire to keep their relationship hidden. Yeah, so apparently start dating, especially at the end of episode 15 there. Now heading to 16, trying to keep it a secret. Are they interested in one another and all that? Or actually, it might have been from Trevor's body episode. But point is, great episode. Weekend from Head. Elias Woodstone, Hetty's her husband, returns from hell to Woodstone seeking Hetty's forgiveness so he can stay out of hell for good. Also, they struggles to repeat and inspire culinary creation that he came. So, today's storyline, it's alright. But Elias coming back and acting like he's whatever, and you're thinking, yeah, it's probably just, he's scheming, But in the end, mushroom, but he had to go back. Oh, well, he could stay, but then in the end he did go back. Alberta's descendant, Alberta's living relative. This is what's going to learn about her, but things take a turn when she hits it off with Sam's podcast co-host. Yeah, remember that creepy guy that was really into it? Yeah, and then they were going to date, and they didn't, blah, blah, blah. It was all very interesting, to say the least. Alberta's storylines are interesting all over, but like I said, I'm really big into more other characters, but still was a great episode. Ghost father of the bride, after learning that Pete's daughter, Laura, is getting married to him, Sam, at Pete's behest, tries to convince her to hold the wedding at the Woodstone B&B to burn Isaac team up to find out who done it in regards to Alberta's death. That was in its own right. And then Pete, remember, these are ghosts talking to living, to Jay and Sam, a couple that inherited this Woodstone Manor from their ancestors, and Hetty is actually one of their ancestors, or one of Sam's ancestors, from Sam's family, but obviously Jay's marriage from family too. My point is, good fun. Woodstone's hottest couple. When teen ghost Stephanie, who lives in the attic, waits to find out Chris Trevor is now dating Hetty, she decides to sabotage that relationship. Yeah, this could have been a somewhat forgettable episode, but still it was just fine. And an episode actually called Who Done It. Remember ABC's Who Done It show? Loved it. Read both books. Check it out. Murder on Mystery Island and Murder I'm thinking I forgot the one. Some state, whatever. It was very good. This episode finding out who killed Alberta. Yeah, it was Hetty's son. Here, when a woman shows up claiming to be the rightful owner of Whistle Manor, Sam and Jay enlist help of a lawyer. Meanwhile, Isaac tries to decide how to spend half of his money. But a good season finale here with episode 22. Overall, enjoyed it. The woman coming, being there, trying to claim it, it was all ruse. And that was unfortunate, but great episode. And it ends up with somebody being sucked off, as it's in the episode or from the series, and someone goes to heaven. Who do we think it is? That's a big cliffhanger. Who was the one that gets to go to heaven? Who's the one that gets sucked off? I have my guesses. I don't know what you guys think if you do watch the show. Section, a comment in that comment section below, or as one YouTuber says in the doobly-doo. But either way, overall, enjoyed the season. Give it a B minus overall grade. I still loved every single episode, obviously glued to my TV each and every week. But who do I think is the one that sucked off is called or going to heaven? I think it actually might be Hetty. She's the oldest ghost. She'd be the first one to be. I don't know. I mean, Pete's the nicest, right? Regards to personality and all that. But I'm gonna guess Hetty in regards to that. But anyways, hope you all have a great rest of your day, evening, or otherwise, and glad you stopped by to check out this episode. Share this video. Leave a like, that really helps with the channel, let alone this video. the YouTube algorithm and all that. And above all else, as always, take care.